So, hi guys. So, this morning I'm going to just go straight to the point. And then this video is about what I've thought about for a while with the recent trend in people wanting to start working remotely and all. So, I thought to myself, is working remotely better off than working in the office, like in the conventional physical office? You understand? Is one better off than the other? Well, talking from my own personal experiences and using myself as an example, I wouldn't say one is much more better than the other, but it's just let me say you should just enjoy whichever one you are in presently, and if you are in the two, well, God's strength and power to you. You understand? As somebody who works in the office and has been working in the office for close to 10 years now, and I also work remotely whenever I'm chance, like whenever I'm not in the physical office. I would say, well, I enjoy the freedom, the flexibility that comes with working remotely. You understand? Compared to me having to rush, wake up in the morning, especially facing traffic. If you're in an area whereby you have to deal with traffic all through going to work and coming back home, trust me, you would prefer to work remotely. If you remove that, and then the rush that comes with working in the office, like you have a deadline to meet, you have somebody calling you, whether it's pleasing to you, whether you are ready to do the job or not, I would pick working remotely over that because I am my own boss. Even if I'm working for somebody, there are times I do jobs that involves milestone, like I work and determine when I want to do the work, and then I do the work. My own is just to complete certain tasks for a day, you understand? But when you're working in the office, man, trust me, you have your boss asking you, how far have you gone about this? When are you submitting this report? So with that, I would say I would love to work remotely. But for a woman now, for we mothers especially, I would say I prefer that a woman works remotely. You understand? It's not that when a woman sees a physical job, she should not take them. No, I'm not saying that. Like for me, as an example, I've told you that I work in a physical office and yet I still work remotely. But for a mother, I could imagine the time I had my kids, if I had the opportunity of working remotely, I would love that. I would love to spend more time with my kids rather than just the 3 months maternity leave that I was given. Me having to drop my kids off at such tender age, they were just 3 months, and then having to go to work, leave them for such long hours before I come back to pick them up. It's emotionally, I wasn't okay with that. I wanted to spend more time with them, say 6 months, if possible, a year before even resuming back to the office. But because I work in a physical office, I have to just obey the 1 month maternity rule and then resume back to work. You understand? But I believe if I were to be working remotely, like fully remotely, I would have more time on my hands to spend with my kids. Even if I'm going to take them to a daycare, I think I would not even want to take them to a daycare. Trust me, I would want to probably hire somebody who would come home to take care of my kids for me and then allow me some time to do what I have to do remotely and then get back to them. It would have been my pleasure, you understand, rather than having to drop them over 3 months and then resuming back to work, you understand. So for a mother, I think you should appreciate if you're working remotely, and then if you have the opportunity to choose between the two, trust me, you would love to want to work remotely so that you can be there for your children, be a part of their growing up rather than having to leave them off somewhere then going to work, you understand. So and then what else? Yes, having to be able to work at more than one place. If you're working remotely, it's possible for you to work for more than two companies, even three, depending on your capability and then how your time is free. Compared to if you're working in a physical office, you would be there like for one. It's not possible for you to be juggling between two employers, especially if you're from my part of the world, like Nigeria. For some people in the diaspora, it's possible for them to have like different shift to cover, but in Nigeria, you might be kind of restricted. You understand? coupled with the fact that here there's a time you have to be at home, whether you like it or not. The buses will stop moving. You understand? Shops will be closed. You understand? So, well, if you're in the diaspora, it's possible for you to still have your night shift, take on some shift somewhere else, and all that. You understand? But in Nigeria, you'll be kind of very restricted. You'll be restricted to just one office. Okay, so what else? What other benefits? This is, I'm not saying benefits, I'm just doing like a comparison. So that you're doing a an office work, you will not feel like, you understand, or maybe if you're doing remote work, no benefits, but it's just that one outweighs the other. You understand what I mean? One has more benefits than the other one. Then if you work remotely, if you work in the office, you would also have the opportunity to mix with people, interact with people on a daily basis. You understand? Learn how organization management is, how to manage the office. It's not that you would not have the opportunity when you work remotely, but remember, sometimes you might have to the only one to complete a certain task, and then you will not see some of your teammates, especially if your team doesn't do like a team meeting or a team bonding kind of, you understand? And then you cannot still compare it with a physical office. You get to interact with people, understand people's feeling, that interpersonal relationships, with develop interpersonal relationships with other, communicate with people, work as a team and all that, which is kind of restricted when you are working remotely. Okay, so aside that, let me know what are the benefits, or let me know what you think. What's your take on working remotely and then working in an office? Until next time I come your way, stay blessed, stay cool, and take good care of yourself. Bye.